What if Curse was in Gen 1 OU? Now, Curse, I believe isn't that like literally every single Pokemon has it? I know that's how it is for Gen 2, and I'm assuming that's just how it is for every Pokemon ever. So obviously, I can't make a video going over 151 Pokemon using Curse. That'd be a little bit far-fetched, I would say. But we'll go over some relevant ones. And by far the most relevant is Snorlax. There is not a single Pokemon that would be a better Curse user than Snorlax. But there's others that are worth considering and talking about. Like, to be honest, Curse is in a way kind of literally every Pokemon. Because every Pokemon at least had some normal moves to want to use. So even some things that just have truly atrocious movesets, like let's say Aerodactyl for example, even if you don't use it a lot, it probably does ever so slightly appreciate Curse. Because if Zapdos has, but not Zapdos, Aerodactyl, if Aerodactyl has no moves, at least its Hyper Beams and Double Edges are getting an attack boost. Like, it's not great, but every Pokemon appreciates it. Some Pokemon appreciate it more than others, but here are some of the ones that I think are pretty interesting and relevant. Now, Exeggutor already uses Double Edge sometimes, but I honestly think Psychic, Double Edge, and then Sleep Powder, this right here seems pretty decent. 95 attack is already pretty high, and boosting your defense, which means you beat Snorlax and Tauros, and not to mention being able to hurt Chansey a lot more. In fact, let's see here. Do they have a better physical move than Double Edge? Barrage is sadly not that move. Neither is... Or actually... Egg Bomb might be considered for a set like this, get rid of a recoil. But also has strength, so you probably just go for that. But even then, the Double Edge recoil might not be that bad. But Chap also probably enjoys this buff. Like, having a boosting move definitely helps it better offensively. Still suffers from a lot. However, the main thing you're seeing with Machamp is on paralysis teams, you're trying to paralyze as many things as possible and then try to go for low kick flinches. When it comes to teams like those, like, I don't think Machamp cares too much when it comes to lowering its speed, because then it's still faster than anything else because just how bad paralysis is. So being able to hit harder with low kick is actually pretty good. It helps it beat the normal types just a little bit better. Not to mention if something like Alakazam's paralyzed, if you already have an attack boost, then you might just have a guaranteed KO. It wouldn't be good, like Machamp's still staying in PU, but the fact that it has something is nice. Kangaskhan, I imagine, is the third best Curse user. And maybe that's not even true, because Kangaskhan is pretty fast, but I do think Kangaskhan really appreciates being able to make itself stronger and then just annihilate things with Stab, Body Slam, or Hyper Beam. It just seems pretty good to me. And I don't know what else you would rather use on Kangaskhan in the first place. Even something like, let's say, Blizzard, I think you'd rather go for Curse and then go for Earthquakes rather than, like, using a Blizzard on Rhydon. But speaking of which, many Rhydon sets are already using Leer, since the realization is that you're probably beating Zapdos 1v1 anyways. So going for Leer, so you can kill it Body Slams, or it's forced to switch out and you can do more damage than something else, that's already, like, legitimately be considered. But if you have Curse, then suddenly, you're not only making yourself stronger, but you're also just getting bulkier. Which means enemy Rhydon can't actually beat you 1v1 anymore. Or they might be able to since they're faster. But either way, they have a lot more to fear. And you're just hitting harder in general, and it's not just a Pokemon that can have its defense lowered and then they can switch out. You're probably the second best Curse user in the format. But Snorlax is definitely the best one. It has a pretty wide move pool for just a Curse as well. It's really nice. You can have Body Slam or even Self-Destruct, you would always guarantee a KO. There's Hyper Beam, not Stone Edge. I can't type right now, I'm sorry. But yeah, like, you get the idea though. Now, there is one thing we should discuss, and that's if it's better than Amnesia. One big benefit Amnesia has is that it boosts 2 stats at once, which does make it... That definitely is a big benefit. I don't think anyone's going to deny that. And against 1v1s with Amnesia Wax versus Curse Wax, obviously Amnesia Wax will probably win, because Curse Wax is always getting smaller and the boosts aren't as good. But one huge benefit for Curse Wax is that it's getting bulkier on the physical side. Both of them existing and both being valid just inherently just helps both sets a lot. Because the way to beat Amnesia Wax is completely and fundamentally different from beating Curse Wax. And Curse Wax, since Snorlax is using Stab with Body Slam and using its naturally way higher attack, it means you don't actually need as many boosts in the first place. They're very nice, but it's not as one-sided as you think. I only have 2 replays of a Curse Wax. It's not a good representation, but that's because Snorlax isn't really... You don't really use Snorlax as the lead. But see here, with just 1 curse, suddenly Body Slam from Tauros does nothing, and you can 2-shot Tauros with a single Body Slam. That's huge. And Gengar's Explosion only does 33%. Granted, Snorlax got killed to a Hyper Beam, but I don't think that matters. Look how much you do it against Tauros of all things. Snorlax just becomes so much better with Curse around. And as for Curse Wax versus Amnesia Wax, like I said, Amnesia Wax can set up to the max a lot quicker. But even then, it's still pretty dangerous. And I guess technically at this point, if Curse Wax did start attacking, it probably would have won. But look here, that does about half. But Body Slam, with not even having a ×3, actually did more damage. So you can probably see where I'm going from with this. Curse is really good. I don't think I'll ever bother doing Bulk Up, because I think... Or I might do it one day if people keep, nagging me about it. But I have a feeling you guys won't care about that. Because Bulk Up is basically the exact same thing, but you just on lower speed. But Curse is nice. I do not know what the best Snorlax set is anymore. I don't even know with regular Gen 1 OU. But it's a nice buff that everything has. Maybe one day I'll make a part 2 to this, and go over other more niche uses of Curse. But that's only if you guys want it. But until next time, this is Groundback, and I look forward to hearing from you.